Have you ever wondered why there are so few Asian men in Western movies? I did some research into this, and we found that basically there was many reasons why, including the Hays Code from 1930s and 1960s, which effectively blocked non-white men from being romantic leads in Western movies. And the reason for this was apparently studios optimizing for the largest paying audience, white America at the time. So they were trying to maximize profits, and obviously America is primarily Caucasians due to the, Europeans going to America and taking over the country. Obviously, it's more of a sensitive topic, but yes, America was taken away. So in 1915, the highest paid sex symbol in America was not a white man. It was a man named Sesu Hayakawa. So apparently this man was too successful, and then Hollywood decided to nerf Asian masculinity because the competition was getting too intense. I mean, I've never heard of this guy, so I might have to search this guy up and see what... Apparently this guy was really popular in 1915. I don't know, from a man's perspective, I think it's because they were too insecure, and whatever reason, they wanted to belittle Asian men and put them in like stupid roles like the comic relief. It's not called ego, right? Like you belittle someone else to make you feel bigger. But obviously as an Asian dude, no Asian guy is gonna put an Asian guy as like a joke. He's not actually that handsome, so I'm not sure why he's so popular. He must be not alive anymore, but...
Here is a very brief overview of Hayakawa's...
So, American women were swooning over this Japanese man. And if you do research on Gemini, it's found that basically Americans, especially white directors, were not happy about it. I don't know if I can say white directors. Because technically, no Asian man is gonna put an Asian guy as a butt of a joke. It's typically non-Asian people that would do that.
Quote, broodingly handsome good looks. And at the height of the silent era, Hayakawa's fame was on par with Charlie Chaplin's. So what happened?
Like, they always cast Asian men, Hollywood, as like villains or like the butt of the joke. And this is strategically put to like not put Asian men as like the masculine lead.
1916 issue of Photoplay magazine, Hayakawa had this to say about his typecasting. Such roles are not true to our Japanese nature. They are false and give people a wrong idea of us. I wish to make a characterization which shall reveal us as we really are.
Okay, so I think the problem with these films is partially also that because they are characterizing Asian men as pretty inaccurate representation by the fucking movie directors, and people are already ignorant of like China itself. It just represents like a very false picture, right? So this was like 60 years ago. I mean, it's getting better now, but still pretty inaccurate now. I mean, I don't think Asian men are anything like K-pop men either. So although the K-pop image is a little bit better, it's still not, accurately represented, I guess. But yeah, I'm posting this because obviously I'm an Asian man, and I did some research yesterday. And it's true, like Hollywood's specifically trying to belittle Asian men. Especially in the past, because America came to power basically 80 years ago-ish. After 1945, after Britain lost power. And Hollywood has been the media central, which basically dictates a lot of Asian people's lives. Especially Asian people that grew up in the West. Because effectively, I'd say America and a lot of Western countries are pretty ignorant about China. I don't know if this is going to offend people, but it's true. And the only freaking thing they have to go on is these movies depicting about Asian people. So Asian people, they depict Asian people as like the butt of the joke. And I think if you research into it, it's actually a strategic thing to like... I don't know, like, it basically makes, I don't know, white men look more popular than the... I mean, like, I think it's because the bulk of the audience was, like, Caucasians. So they try to make money off it. And then, yeah. But I think it's true. I'm Asian, and it makes no sense why Asian men cannot be the fucking romantic lead. If you look at Koreans or Chinese movies, there's plenty of handsome Asian men in movies. Yeah, there's plenty of handsome Asian men. It's just that Hollywood, I think they specifically did not put Asian men in romantic leads. And yeah, like they hyper masculize black and Latino men apparently, and emasculated Asian men. But right now, social media has obviously increased the amount of representation amongst Asians and non-Asians, and like you get to see everyone, right? So, and you know, K-pop and K-drama has obviously got more Asian men as leads, but still, like, it's fucking 2026. I can't really think of like an Asian man lead other than like Shanchi guy. But Shanchi guy, I think he's just like he just has a good personality. Like if you look at China's visual handsome men, I think a lot of the Asian Americans that are actors and, you know, celebrities and Hollywood, they're not really like the top in terms of visual appeal. I mean, they have confidence or whatever, but it's probably America did not pick handsome Asian men, or even the women leads. I don't think it represents Asian women that well either. It's always like hypersexualized on Asian women and under-sexualized on Asian men. You see, this is I thought it was a conspiracy or like just a video idea, but if you ask Gemini on ChatGPT, they'll tell you that it's true. Because I'm aware of it. I thought it was a joke, but they did actually strategically take Asian men out of Hollywood. So it frames Asian men as too powerful to be allowed to win. Yeah. Basically, growing up as an Asian guy in the UK, you basically did not have any Asian male leads other than Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee, which is like primarily martial arts roles. But the more you research into it, the more you figure out that basically, they specifically did not allow Asian men to be romantic leads. And the directors deliberately did not choose Asian men as leads because they didn't want not simply Asian, but even like in general, they did not want non-white leads in romantic roles with white women. This was effectively more common during 1930s and 1960s, but it's still in effect today. So it's incredibly strategically biased to make the white man look like they're the lead. Although it does make sense because America is primarily Caucasian and Europe is primarily Caucasian. So in terms of a product, it does make sense that they would do that. But it was, as an Asian man that grew up in the West, I do think this has a pretty negative effect on the Asian male population that grew up there, and basically even Asian people in general. I do think Asian people in Asia do not realize this, and they basically don't feel the effects of it. But I did remember in university, like a lot of Asian women were asking me why do Asian men have more problems in the dating market. I do think basically partially is due to media, because the media dictates you know what people do and think, and like there's still a lot of mockery, although it's gotten better. There's still a mockery of like Asian people in general. I think partially due to these movies, because in like some people say, oh yeah, Asian people are like intelligent, like what problems do they have? But I think they're pretty ignorant because they're not Asian and they don't have to deal with it. But I feel like ChatGPT said if I say this, it's too defensive, or like it creates an us versus. I'm not trying to create an us versus them, but it is more, yeah, like, you know, Hollywood is incredibly racist, and today there's still not an Asian male lead. I think it's because America's not really a primarily Asian country. But if you look at China, Korea, or Japan, there's always like handsome Asian men as leads.